This is Brian, and welcome to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII. I'm just going to kind of let things play here at first to do the intro before we go ahead and get started. So yeah, we got some kind of upbeat music with some credits here to begin with. Recognize some of the names if you're a Final Fantasy fan. They're some of the mainstays on a lot of these games. I plan on doing a fairly thorough run of the game here, so we are going to be in for the long haul. I plan on doing a lot of playing cards. I've decided to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do like a 100% run necessarily, but try to get as much and show off as much as I can, which will include explaining some of the mechanics on getting magic, especially getting really powerful early on. I don't know if I'll get all the most powerful stuff early on, but I'll at least explain it. At least that I'm aware of. Sure, there are still many things I don't know. This isn't the Final Fantasy that I'm most familiar with. I'd probably say I'm more familiar with 6 and 7. And maybe. Probably 9 too. Although there are certain things in that game that I never get either. 10's probably the one that I've come closest to getting everything in. So yeah, just got some black and white art pictures here, kinda. If you're familiar with the game, you'll recognize the characters depicted. Otherwise, you don't really know who they are. Yes. The gun blade. I think we're about done with this. I don't remember if it cycles through or if it just gets to the end eventually. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. $19.99 square. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start a new game. Yeah, this one doesn't get as much respect as a lot of the Final Fantasy games, but I think it's still pretty dang good. Try to keep quiet for this too. Alright, so quite a few scenes there. And yes, they certainly, in the 2 years from Final Fantasy VII, they did keep going with improving graphics and scenery. Like the flower field there was pretty dang good, I thought, for the time, and the characters look a little more realistic. Still not perfect by any means. Dr. Kadawaki. How are you feeling? Okay, I guess. Okay. Take it easy next time, you hear? Looks like your eyes are focusing. Should be fine. Say your name for me. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the name the same. We go from a cloud, Final Fantasy VII, to a squall in Final Fantasy VIII. Another main character that people aren't exactly that fond of, I don't think, necessarily, but let you decide if you haven't seen it before. I don't think he's terrible. There are some others I'd prefer, but he's okay. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time, you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Seifer. I always thought it was like Seifer? Safer? I'm probably going to say Seifer, just because that's what I've always kind of thought of it as in my head. That's Seifer. Won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? I can't just run away. You want to be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see. Your instructor is Quistis. I'll call her now. Just wait here a minute. So, yeah, they do have some modern technology type of stuff, it seems like. Quistis? Come get your student. Yes. His injury's not serious. It'll probably leave a scar. Right. Now please come by. Quistis? Well, so we meet again. No, that's Quistis. I knew it'd be either you or Seifer. Come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. So yeah, she's his teacher. Even though you'll come to find out later on that they are pretty close to the same age, which you can kind of tell by looking at her. She's pretty young and cute looking. Yeah, not really. Sorry, I missed the first part of dialogue, but here she's just kind of mocking him. What's so funny? Funny? No, that's not... It's not that. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my student a little. That's all. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. Tell me more about yourself. It's none of your business. Yeah. Oh no, she's finishing his sentences. Is there more than a student-teacher thing going on there? So yes, as a common RPG trope, we are in a school. They don't really do that in Final Fantasy games that much, but I know, like, think if you look in the Persona games, I think those are all basically like high school games. I haven't really played much of them, but from what I hear. Good morning, class. Let's start with today's schedule. There seem to have been some rumors flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. Seed, I guess? When I remember seeing it when I was younger, and since they capitalized the D, I always kind of thought CD, but I think it's just supposed to be seed. Which will make more sense with what we learn later. Those not participating and those who failed last week's written test are to remain here in study hall. Field exam participants will have free time until the exam. Just be sure you're in top condition. Meet in hall at 1600 hours. I'll announce the team assignments there. Any questions? Oh, and Seifer? Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Field exam participants, I will see you all later. And Squall, I need to talk to you. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass this prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but Seifer... As he thinking to himself. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate. So come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. Alright, so we got our first mission, basically. We got to get to the fire cavern. I'm so jealous. Maybe I should take up that subject too. Should anything happen to Instructor Treppe, the Trapeze will get you back. I think that's how you say her name, Treppe. Rape. Trapeze, though, I think is what her... She's got basically, like, a bunch of fanboys and fangirls, I guess. Alone with Instructor Treppe. Yeah. So, I get the one guy being, you know, smitten with her, I guess. So, is it the same case for the girls, or is it just professional admiration type of thing? I don't think they really get into that. Let's see. Turn on the power and... So yes, you basically have a computer at your desk. I'll just try to quickly go over all this stuff. I don't think there's too much. Login, Squall, confirmed. GF data for Squall, searching. GF registered under Squall are Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. So you can change the names of your GFs, and we'll explain what GFs are. The tutorial will go over that. Shiva, everybody, I think most people should recognize that one as a summon character in a lot of Final Fantasy games. And plus like a Hindu goddess, I believe. Quetzalcoatl, I believe, is another god in some culture. Normally you would get Ramu as your thunder one, but in this one it's Quetzalcoatl. The tutorial covers all aspects of gameplay. This tutorial can also be accessed through the regular menu at any time during the game. Alright, select a heading to search. Basic control explanation. Yeah, let's just do that first. So, yeah, if you need... I'm not going to read through all of that, but yeah, you can see there, it's what you got. So first you got field screen, and then you're slightly different for your world map screen, and the third one is your battle screen. So escape, you'll note, is L2 and R2 instead of L1 and R1. That's a little different. Alright, a status window showing the character, HP, and ATB gauges is displayed on the battle screen. Characters can act once the ATB gauge is full. Commands are displayed when the ATB is full. Use the directional buttons to choose. Press X to confirm the command. Press Start while the cursor is on screen to see a help message. To use magic, select one magic and choose your target. The number in stock is indicated next to the magic's name. The symbol indicates that the magic is junctioned. When item is chosen, select the item and its target. The number next to each item shows how many items the party has. GF summons a GF junction to a character. Select a GF and his target. The number next to the GF's name shows its HP. I don't typically summon in this game, so that's probably not something we're going to be doing too much with. Here's Draw. Draw extracts magic from enemies. Choose a target and magic, then stock or cast. Stock will stock the magic, and cast will cast the magic. So I think a lot of people have a problem with the magic system in the game, is one of the things. Magic and junctioning. I don't mind it, and in fact, it's different enough, it can be fun. I don't use magic too much because of the junctioning system, but we'll get into all of that here. When running low on HP, this triangle may appear next to the attack. When the right directional button, press the right directional button. This new command is more powerful than the usual attack. So yeah, Renzo Kuken for Cloud it would be. And that's your limit breaks in this game. Press L1 to choose your target from a window. Hold L2 and R2 to escape, though there are some battles from which you cannot escape. Experience is gained even if you escape, as long as you damage the enemy. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. Online help? Oh, okay, Junction GF. So yeah, well, let's just do the Junction tutorial here too to show that quickly. Junction enables characters to power up and use abilities. This means a GF must be junctioned in order to power up and use abilities. Let's begin by junctioning a GF. Right now, no GF is junctioned. All other commands in gray cannot be selected yet. Once junction is selected, the GF and magic commands appear. Since no GF is junctioned, magic is displayed in gray. Let's junction a GF. By selecting GF, a GF list appears. Press square to see abilities possessed by a GF. Alright. The abilities are HP junction, vitality junction, etc. And there are quite a few different abilities you can get throughout the game. Let's choose a GF. It's automatically doing it, it's not going to let me pick which one. When Quetzalcoatl is selected, its abilities, HP junction and vitality junction, make the stats HP and vitality appear in white. Magic can now be adjunctioned to HP and vitality. Since there's currently no magic, we will move on to setting abilities. There are 3 command abilities and 2 non-command abilities for characters and party. A total of 5 abilities can be set. Depending on the GF's abilities, the maximum is 4 non-command abilities. This means that up to 7 abilities can be set. Let's set some abilities. First, select a slot. Top window is for command abilities, used during battle. The bottom window is for character and party abilities. Selecting the top window displays command abilities. And selecting the bottom window displays character and party ability. So yeah, so you can't equip everything. You can't have magic, GF, draw, and item available. Since there is currently no magic, let's set the command ability Draw to get some magic. When an empty slot is chosen, the cursor moves to the right. Select Draw. This is how command abilities used during battle are set. Let's add GF and item to the list of item commands. Now GF and item are set. Let's set a non-command ability by moving the cursor down. Character ability is displayed. Now set magic plus 20%, select an empty slot, and select magic plus 20%. It's now set. This concludes the tutorial. Thank you and good luck. Okay, yeah, that was fairly thorough. Wait, did I accidentally just go back into it? Yeah, you can also get back out with triangle, so. Card game. Yeah, this one does have a pretty good card game, I think. This is probably your main side quest of the game, I would say. You don't have to do it, or at least not much of it. I don't think you have to do any of it in this game if you don't want to. But it can be very helpful as far as getting some special items and helping you become stronger and upgrading equipment and stuff like that. So I would recommend doing it if you want to be kind of thorough with your game and kind of experience what it has to offer. The cards originated when a psychic named Orlin modified these tarot cards for games. The game became popular with soldiers passing time between battles. As its popularity spread, each region developed its own rules and picture variations. Alright, so you got the picture, you got numbers, and the numbers correspond to the four sides of the card. So 1 is weak, A is the strongest, and third, you have the element up there in the right-hand corner. Some rules allow the players to use its elemental properties. Elemental isn't really that big usually. The numbers in the upper left are going to be the biggest thing that you're going to be paying attention to for the most part. So this is the playing area, the battle arena. Place cards here one at a time. And yeah, elemental. Some rules indicate elements on the board. Cards are placed in turn, and the player with the most cards, when all 9 areas are filled, wins. And you get to set up your deck of 5 cards from your total card list when you start. Pay attention to the numbers and elements. Yes, and it also tells you the card name, the number in stock, and you have pages full of cards. So, yeah. Now, same. And that's where you set up some combos and stuff. Turns over cards that have the same number values on 2 or more sides. So numbers 4 and 1 are adjacent to top and left sides. This turns over the top and left cards, even though that's a tie overall. You get the same to boost it, so you want to watch out and make sure you don't let that happen to your cards too if you can help it. Plus, means that the cards adding to the same number on more than 2 adjacent sides are turned over. So in this example, the cards placed add up to 7 on the top left sides. Cards on top and left are turned over. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with all of these rules on some of that, but you don't have to be an expert to get pretty good at winning the game. Cards turned over using same or plus turnover adjacent cards in combo. In the example, red will be turned over because one of the 2 cards turned over is a larger number. Same wall uses battle area well frame as one of card 4 sides when using same rule. Wall is assumed to have a value on all sides. Elemental changes the number value of the card depending on the elemental property when a card and slot match elemental properties. The number value increased by 1. If elements don't match, the card loses 1 from the original number's value. So rules. You can have open, which is all cards face up. Random, which means you don't get to pick your cards. Sudden death, you play until someone wins. So some of the rules are pretty good, some are pretty bad. I don't like random. And this is trading. Cards are traded when the game is over. The winner takes 1 card from the loser in the basic trade rule 1. There are many trade rules besides one. Pay attention to trade rules before you begin a game. Yeah, the best one I find to get is you can get an all trade rule, and that way if you win, you can just take all of the cards that your opponent played. The reverse, though, is that, well, if you lose, they take all of your cards, so be a little careful. Direct rule. Trade cards you turned over, but lose cards turned over by the opponent. I don't like that one. Different. Winner takes the number of cards by which he or she won. So if you win by 4, then you get to take that many. And all is the one I said, yeah, the winner takes all the cards from the loser. And that's it for the cards. We'll get a lot more into that, but for now, that's it. We're almost done with the tutorial here. And probably going to be about all we have time for today. So here we have the elements of the game. You have fire, earth, thunder, or fire, ice, thunder, earth, poison, wind, water, holy. So 8 elements in this game. And statuses. Death, poison, petrify, darkness, silence, berserk, zombie, sleep, slow, stop, curse, confuse, drain. Quite a few. So HP is hit points, strength, strength, vitality, magic, spirit, speed, evade, hit percentage, luck, elemental attack, elemental defense, status attack, and status defense. And these are your junctions, the types. You have ability junction, command junction, character ability, party ability, GF ability, and menu ability. And information is, I think it's just a lot of the stuff we already went through. It'll just explain terms. I'm not going to go in depth on all of that here. You can go ahead and look that up if you really want to. Here you can keep track of certain terms and people you've come across. So yeah, like Balamb here is where we start. It's a country on the world's smallest continent, known for its temperate climate and warm people. Balamb Garden adds a school town feel to this country. So yes, we are seeds in a garden. Fire Cavern is a cavern near Balamb Garden where a fire element GF lives. And yes, we can get 3 pages worth of stuff, so that shows you how much we have to get. And yeah, these are some other stuff. Balamb Garden was founded 12 years ago, followed by Gabadia and Trabia Gardens. Each garden has an administrator called Master as a headmaster. Called Master, an administrator and a headmaster, okay. Balamb Garden's headmaster Sid was the founder of the garden. So there's our Sid. And yes, seeds are the mercenary force. They conduct missions around the world. Operations are noted for their skillful use of paramagic. And there are different ranks of seeds. You get a salary for being a seed. And yeah, the written test. You will get an ability later to be able to actually take tests in the game, which are just basically trivia, which allow you to increase your rank. I'm not going to go through each thing here, just because we've already spent enough time, I think, in the menu, but yeah, there's a spring memorial service, summer garden festival, autumn student-sponsored event, winter vacation, but all that was there. Cafeteria announcements. Yeah, competition for the hot dogs and meals is really getting out of hand. We're doing our best to provide everyone with enough food. Please be patient and conduct yourself in an orderly fashion. Thank you. As you all know, magic and weapons are prohibited inside the cafeteria. Disciplinary Committee. Yeah, follow all disciplinary committee rules. This applies to junior classmen too. Not bring animals inside the garden. Report seeing any unusual bugs in the garden. Do not litter. Library Committee. Following materials are overdue. Please return them to the library immediately. Insect Guidebook, Color Edition, Raisin. I think that's how you say that name, Raisin. Though I always said it. Goodbye, Poopa Run, Ragin. Following requested materials have arrived. Edible flowers, turbine engines, revised edition. We meet again, Poopa Run. The Sorceress's Night, scenario edition. Garden Square. Your opinions are important to make our garden a better place. Write them down and place them in the Dropbox. I got first. Treppy's forever, baby. Man, I want to go out with her. So yeah, Treppy Groupie number 1. Hey, Treppy Groupie number 1. You got a name, dumbass? I'm gonna kick your ass. What's your name? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared, big loser. I should kick both of your sorry asses. This is not for your silly games, got it? Damn, that was Zoo. She's another one of the instructors. I don't want the disciplinary committee to get on my case, so I'm not writing my initials, or writing my name and then gives initials. What? Who's J.I.? Who are you? See? They're so nosy. Good thing I went with my initials. I'll go with initials too. Hey, does anyone know if the new hot dogs are good? I haven't tried them yet. Oh yeah, they're the best. Man, you're missing out. Damn, I missed it again. Hey ZD, you have your exam today, right? Good luck, man. ZD, I hope you do well on your exam. Be careful, alright? Yeah, so ZD is one of the characters we're gonna get to know. Thanks for looking at this page, but there won't be any updates for a while. That's because I, the Garden Festival Chair, will be leaving Garden. I did not strive to be a seed, and I won't even graduate. I devoted all my time to the Garden Festival, my passion. But in the end, there was no Garden Festival. That's because no one volunteered to help out. But I have only myself to blame. I thought I alone could pull it off. I'll be starting a new life, but I sincerely hope someone will take over the Garden Festival Committee. Goodbye, Balamb Garden. Wimbley Donner. Which I don't think that's a character you ever come across. It's just, yeah, an announcement there. Alright, that's enough of that. We'll go for a few more minutes here today. Just because I don't want to have this whole thing being the intro scene and then reading tutorials. For one thing though, yeah, we can set vibration with pause. Go to your menu. So yes, Conjunction. It does have Quetzalcoatl and Shiva, but I'm gonna hold off on that for right now. We do start out with a few items. We got Potion, Remedy. Remedy is pretty nice to have to begin, I think. Usually you just get like an antidote or something. Tent and Phoenix Down. Just got to get used to which button is cancel and which one's a select. So I don't accidentally waste stuff. Oops, yeah. So yeah, magic, but we don't have any yet, so. Status screen, yeah, it'll show different stuff here for him. Those are actually your affinity levels with your GFs, I believe. The higher you get that bar, the better and the more powerful they'll be for you. Is it Auto Gunblade? I don't generally go that. We'll keep it off, and you'll find out what that means. So, Rough Divide is his limit break right now, I believe is what that is. And, it's based on what kind of weapon he has equipped for what his ability is, I believe. And yes, you do have your GF menu here. You actually set them to learn stuff. It's automatically starting them with Summon Magic plus 10% every time. For him, what I want to do first for Quetzalcoatl is we want to start learning Card. And for Shiva, I think I'm probably going to go with Ice Magic Refine first. Cards, we don't have any. But there are up to 10 pages full that you can get. Config, do we need to change anything? Probably not. Yeah, we'll leave those where they're at. In the middle. And tutorial we already did. So now let's go up. Get out of here. Didn't think you can do anything back there, but I just thought I'd check. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! Wah! You okay? There! Hee, I'm fine. Sorry, I was kinda in a hurry. Oh yeah. Hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Oh no! The place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh, hey. I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? Sure. Ooh, alright, let's go. We'll take the elevator to the first floor lobby and I'll show you the directory. So this is as much for the player as it is for this spunky little girl that showed up. Oh hey, you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you'd like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to take a look at the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing the square button. But keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. He did give me 7 cards, though, so that's basically the best way to get started on your card game. Let's talk to that dude. And just head down a little bit here. And that's the directory right in front of us. So yes, that's what he says. That's the directory. Well, this is it. Balamb Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press X to select. Next, I'll give a quick explanation of the various facilities. Yes, sir. Find the dormitory to the north. Majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You can rest and change in there. West of the north block is the cafeteria. There's always a big rush for the hot dogs. You better get used to waiting in line. Got it. East of the north block is the parking lot. We usually take the garden car when a mission comes up. The front gate is located to the south. That's right. You have to go meet Instructor Treppe at the front gate. What's the matter? Nothing. Next, we have the quad, located in the west block. There's an event being planned there. I know. It's the garden festival. It's going to be great. I'm planning to be on the committee. You want to help out too? Well, let's just continue. That's a no, I think, from Squall. South of the west block is the infirmary. This is where you get treated for your injuries, but a lot of students just come here for advice. What's the doctor's name? Dr. Katawaki. Now the east block. This is the training center. It's the only facility open at night. It's used for training and they have real monsters running loose here. If you don't take it seriously, you may end up dead. Just be careful. Okay. South of the east block is the library. There's a lot of material you can look up there. But the terminals in the classroom are a lot more efficient. And you already know about the classroom on the second floor, right? Yep, I remember that one. By the way, the headmaster's office is located on the third floor. You need permission to get in. Another question. What's the headmaster's name? Headmaster Sid. That's about it. Anything else? Got it. Hey, are you taking today's seed exam? Yeah? Well, then maybe I'll see you again later. I've already finished my training at my previous garden. I'm taking the seed exam today, too. Good luck to both of us, huh? Thanks a lot. Alright, and this is the save point for the game. So we'll go ahead and drop a save there. And we're going to go ahead and call it there for the first part here. It went a little longer than I usually do, but I thought I'd just do that to kind of get us into the game, and haven't really had a chance to do too much yet, but we got a good familiarity with what's going on here, kind of, I think, and with the basics of the gameplay and all that. So we'll pick up here next time and do a little bit more stuff in the garden yet before I actually head out. We'll explore around to the different areas that we looked at in the directory. So if you have enjoyed the first part here, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up and hit the like button, because that does really help, especially in the first part of the series, to kind of get it pushed out there a little more. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying my playthrough so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.